Hello, and welcome to day 2 of Adobe's Color Book Illustration series with Anna Daviscourt. I'll be your host today, James Daviscourt. Let's call out some people in the chat.
Okay, let's talk to you because we've already been in the chat, so we want to just say some names. We've got Clever Devlin, which is the coolest name.
That's an awesome name. Sounds like a spy name.
Ooh, spies! Yeah. Spies in the chat! Andreas Haller, or Andreas? I don't know. But hello, welcome.
We have Steam Festist Casaboom.
Casaboom! That is a cool
pretty
name,
cool
too.
Name.
Okay, so we came up with some spy names for us once upon a time. Do you remember what it was?
Ooh, no. But
do we want to tell people?
We can't tell you our spy names. If we tell you our spy names, then you'll know how to find us.
Exactly.
Yep. For everyone who's watching on YouTube, we actually want to do a call out that you can watch this live on Behance, which I have the whiteboard for again today.
Oh yeah, he's fancy. Look at that good handwriting. Oh yeah.
Behance.net/Adobe Live. If you want to
so
participate
please join
in the
us
chat,
there.
if you want to participate in the portfolio reviews, or today the daily creative challenge reviews.
Exactly. So if you didn't catch, Jesus Ramirez just did an awesome DCC where he showed you how to make gilded objects in Photoshop. So yeah, basically it's really, really cool. Can't wait to see how creative you guys get with it. So please do the daily creative challenge, and then later we will look at them together.
Yeah. And we've got a pretty awesome lineup for today. Let's check that out.
Oh,
so before us today, we had Paul Tranny in Adobe Animate.
So
we also
cool.
had Jesus Ramirez with the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. At 11:30, we're going to have Andrew Hockrattle with the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge.
Right after us, so stick around.
Yep. And then at 12, we've got Matt Ray with Adobe XD. And then later in the day, we have Howard Pinsky with the Adobe XD Creative Challenge. And once again, Doodle Therapy at 2:30 p.m.
with my good friend Alice Lee. Oh, yeah. So excited for that. So stick around all day. We've got opportunities for you to be creative, have a community, and just have fun, really. So should we jump into what we're doing today?
Yeah, let's jump into it.
Excellent.
Oh, and also show them what you did yesterday.
First of all, this is our coloring page from yesterday. Woo! I finished it up yesterday. There are still things I could tweak if we want to, but I wanted to just show you guys how it's going. So what do you guys think? Do you approve of the final image? Of course, I put the little word treats up here for our theme of the next, or from yesterday and today. The theme was treats. So what we did was we gave little animal companions treats, and we decided to go with the holiday theme. So it's Halloween, which is a holiday in the US. I don't know if everybody knows about this, but kids go around gathering candy from their neighbors. And we've talked about this before. We think this is one of the most genuine, lovely holidays because it's basically like strangers coming together to just mutually say, I'm going to buy something so that kids can enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, how cool is that? And dressing up in costume. Like, everybody wants the excuse to do that. So, let me know what your favorite... Shauna says, oh my gosh, so cute. I love it. Exclaimed at her desk loudly. I like the narration. But yeah, I want to know what your favorite holiday is for sure. I think that Halloween is mine, even though we have not participated very fully in the last few years.
We do like to walk around our neighborhood and check out all the amazing costumes.
Our neighborhood does it up, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. So there was one neighbor who put, like, you know, remember It came out last year, I think it was. Yeah, it was the second movie of the remakes. I think that was the timing of it, and they had a balloon coming out of the sewer, and it was so good. Everybody was like, oh man, we gotta
everyone gave it a wide berth.
Well, it's like admiring it but from afar, because you ain't risking that.
So clever.
Oh,
wow,
man.
So many people jumped into the chat. Sarah Garcia says, hi everyone.
Hello.
Anna, she loves your sessions.
Absolutely.
Bailey Moore.
Excellent. Okay. Oh, good. Anthony says we should have Halloween every day. Kind of like the Hunger Games. What?
Oh.
Just a little bit like killing everyone you know. But no, Halloween is like, for me, it was obviously like childhood was the best time for it. I want to have a renaissance of it being really fun as an adult, but I want it to be about not going to parties to like, you know, get drunk or whatever. I just want to eat candy, watch movies, watch Over the Garden Wall, which is our favorite thing to do on Halloween now, tradition, and dress up in costume just for us, like to have fun.
What was the last costume that you wore for Halloween?
I mean, it doesn't count to have the ghost dress. You guys saw the ghost dress yesterday, and that's been one of my favorites, just because it's got the vibes of Halloween, but it doesn't have necessarily the, like, having to put a costume together aspect of it. And I think that... I mean, other than that, what have I been in the last few years? It's been so long, honestly.
It's been a long time since we've done... Well,
it's been a long
for me,
time.
I think my last costume when I was younger was obviously a ninja costume. And that was
ninja.
6th grade, yeah.
Oh!
With those little plastic weapons.
Of course, which I broke all the time.
Sword and I pulled it out of its
Any
sheath.
of those cheap Halloween costumes from a store broke in a second, but... Obviously, you loved it. So, actually, I thought of 2 outfits that I believe my mom made both of them because she is an avid sewer, and so I was lavished with lovely things all my life, like quilted blankets that were custom for me and my siblings. Amazing. But first one is a Native American costume that she made for me, and it was amazing. Like, absolutely beautiful to do. I don't know how PC that is anymore because you don't want to appropriate, but we do have some... I don't know. We have background of Native American, but I don't want to claim it because we don't do anything culturally with it. But I loved that costume because she made it for me, handmade, and it was absolutely beautiful. And then the other one is a, like, what would you call it? It was a dinosaur, but more like Godzilla-ish.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, you know, with the scales going down
Kaiju.
the back, and it had full-on gloves, tail, head, like hood. It was the best. And I really wish I had that as an adult, like really, really badly. Oh, it was so good.
We have some pretty funny comments in the chat.
Oh, really? What do we have?
Stephen Booth says, I thought Halloween was kids terrorizing their neighbors into giving them treats or else getting their house trapped and their windows broken. That's a hardcore version of Halloween, it sounds like, for you.
That is very hardcore. That is insane.
Oh, Shauna says she wants to send you a song from the Mean Girls musical after your
I
stream.
have not seen the Mean Girls musical, and I know Shauna is a big fan of musicals, so I am down for that, please. And I really should listen to the whole thing, because I love Mean Girls. Tina Fey can do no wrong. Come on. Except we did watch Wine Country and didn't enjoy it that much.
That's true, we did watch Wine Country.
I don't know if she wrote that or just started it. It was her, Amy, like a bunch of different lady comedians. They were amazing. And yeah, I don't know. It wasn't my fave. Yeah. But not to say that they were bad. They're amazing comedians. I just didn't particularly love it. But 30 Rock is one of my favorite shows of all time. So awesome.
And Parks and Rec.
Oh my gosh. Parks and Rec, if you haven't seen the reunion that they just did. Oh, my heart.
Special
it's
reunion
so good.
series. I think you can watch it, the whole episode on YouTube.
Yes.
And I'm glad they got everyone back together again.
Absolutely. By the way, I'm jumping in here. I know we want to talk to you guys really badly, but I also want to draw. So what we're doing is bringing back some of the, what do you call them, like thumbnails from yesterday. We did a lot of different ideas, so I kind of wanted to use them. And since we did the Halloween animal treats kind of integration yesterday and we came up with so many great candy puns, I want to use those today and make more of a pattern based kind of thing, not necessarily pattern, but less perspective, less like of a scene and more of our idea before. So the idea is the kids are walking in a horizontal line one way and then the other, and then all around them I just want to have like little floating candies and stuff, like all the oh gosh, I gotta bring back the layer here. Sorry, this looks like nonsense right now, but there is a layer that I'm thinking of and I need to get it. Why aren't you opening group? You can do it. Let's get this out.
That's weird.
I'm not sure why it's not opening. Maybe Photoshop is just having a day. Happy Tuesday, by the way, everybody.
Yeah. Let's check out what's in the
Aha,
chat.
got it.
Shauna says that she watched it on Broadway last year. The Mean Girls on Broadway.
Oh my gosh, I bet.
It was so good.
On Broadway would be so cool.
Stephen Booth says 90% of what he knows about the U.S. he learned from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I love that. That's so good. Oh, man.
Sean says...
I wonder what that does to your view of the U.S. Like, what are we to you?
That is how Trick or Treat started. Someone wanted their kids to stop trashing their flower garden on Halloween. Give them candy.
Yeah. Like,
give them sugar. I don't know about that. That's going to make them a little more rambunctious.
It was somebody's bad idea.
Yeah.
So we have all these, what do you call them? Puns. And we're just going to bring those out to the forefront as well. Sorry. All right. Now we're ready. Now we can move forward. So we've got the idea of our thumbnail. We've got the idea of all the puns that we're going to bring in there.
That all of you thought of yesterday.
Yeah, you guys are super creative, so we cannot miss the opportunity to show off your creativity. So what we're going to do is start drawing this in, and we're going to need more ideas from more characters, because right now we have 6 outlines here, but we can really add as many characters as we want, and they're just going to be walking, so they're going to be pretty simple poses, so I want to have them interacting with different expressions, and, you know, from yesterday we've got the angry pig.
Yeah, show them
and stuff. Yeah.
The final again. Some people were calling that out in the chat.
Oh, excellent. Okay, yeah, if you want to see the final. Oh, sorry. My layers are a mess, so just be patient with me.
Do not
so,
look at the layers.
Don't look at the layers. That's our Halloween. It's like a horror movie. Like, don't look at the layers. So we've got this lovely finished piece from yesterday. We've got a Harry Potter hedgehog named Felix, obviously. We've got a mysterious arm, so if your pet isn't included in this group, then that's your pet.
That's your pet.
We've got our corgi Mochi. We've got our cat, the black cat. Oh gosh, what was their name? I have it on a layer here, but I don't know if I want to dig through to find it. Also, apologies to somebody who said cockatiel yesterday. I was like, no, it's not a cockatiel that I'm thinking of. It was totally a cockatiel. So if that was you, my apologies. Didn't mean to shut you down. But you are points. So correct. It hurts. Yeah. And the cockatiel is eating some of the, what do you call it? Candy corns, but they're like, you know, seeds are their treat, so that's kind of the idea, just like a bone is going into the dog's bowl.
The piglet's a little frustrated.
The pig is a little frustrated. We could make him angrier if we want to. I came out with the, you know, I don't want him to overwhelm the piece with all of his emotion.
And
but
he didn't get the king-sized candy bar.
He didn't get the king size. It was only fun size. Yeah. So sad. So the question is, would you guys like to color this? Can you imagine printing it out, going to town on it with some crayons? That's the test of a coloring book page. So hopefully you want to see it.
She's loving your final piece.
Oh, I'm so glad. Hey, Kendall. Good to see you.
Sarah says
and
the cat.
Oh, yeah. I think the cat's name was Yarn Ball.
Yarn Ball. Thanks, Shauna.
Yarn Ball is wearing the yarn ball. Come
perfect.
on. I was tempted to give the cat little hair ticks down here on the legs, but then I was like, is it naked under the yarn ball? No. I think we're going to give it pants. So things like that, you know, think about it. Yeah. Oh, and then also our corgi Mochi is wearing the Tanuki suit from Mario. So just to let you know there. And then I was assuming this would be like a prison garment where you get like, you know, the little prison outfit for your dog kind of thing.
So everyone's pet.
Where they say bad dog or something, but really they're a good dog. That's why it's a costume.
All dogs are
good. They're all very good. So that's up to the colorer, though, what they want to put in there. And then, of course, we have our bunny lady who's given all the treats. Yeah. And I changed her ears up a little bit, and that totally brought it together. It made her look much more bunny-ish. All right, so thinking about these animals, we can include these, of course, but if we want to add more animals, then that is our prerogative. So just be thinking about animal costume combinations. We'll pick out the ones that are really, truly the best. Sound good? What do you think?
Sounds great. And let's get that layer with all of the puns they thought of yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotta have that. So we've got the Sniffers bar, the Reese's Pup, Flutterfinger. What was it? Oh, bird. Just bird. Sometimes I was writing things down that you guys were saying. Cat as dogs. HP for Harry Potter, obviously. Tobler Bone was amazing. That was a great one. The Cat, of course. And Mr. Good Dog Bar. Come on.
So good.
So good. So those are things that we're thinking about adding in here all around. Again, I like to start small. So we're going to just kind of imply things until we want to get to the detail stage. And then thinking about like the weird shapes that candies come in, like this is Toblerone up here. So yeah, if you guys have any more ideas of especially candies with like iconic shapes, that would be great.
Do you think you have enough puns to fill out that whole piece with candy?
I mean, is there ever enough pun? I think we need more.
More
I think
fun.
we need
right.
more
If anyone
puns.
thinks of more puns today, just shout it out in the chat.
Of course. There's going to be plenty of candy bar kind of things. And then we've got Tim saying, more animals, I approve. Of course. Are you kidding me? So this is, again, for the theme of treats. So the idea behind it is that we are treating our most loved companions, our pets, to the treats and sharing the love of, like, what a treat means to you. And then we came up with a trick-or-treat kind of theme to, like, kind of meld the ideas. And that became animals in costumes getting treats. So that's how we landed here today. If you didn't see our stream yesterday, you can see it on the replays. Just by the way.
By the way, Anthony Sims is in the chat.
Anthony Sims, that's my best friend. Is Corinne here? Because if she isn't, then Anthony, you win. Anthony says, snake hot dog. What? Oh, okay. Oh, a snake is wearing a hot dog. That makes more sense. I thought you were getting really creepy there and just being like, eat a snake, but no.
He does say the Yorkie peppermint patty.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes.
That was a double pun, so you get times 2
pun.
pun points. So 52 pun points.
Yorkie, peppermint. That is you know, I can always rely on Anthony for puns.
Oh, for
and
sure.
I honestly think that's one of the reasons that we're good friends.
He's one of the wittiest Ravenclaws we know. Oh yeah, we were going to say what my Hogwarts house
Oh my
was.
gosh, so we left on a cliffhanger yesterday. What Hogwarts house do you think James is, from knowing him from one stream? Yeah. If you're new here, maybe say a bit about your personality. What do you think you are to a person? Just explain your entire self. No problem.
Are in shock. You know, I like to play games.
True.
I think people compare me a lot to Jack Frost
from Rise of the Guardians. Totally.
All about just fun and play.
Oh, and by the way, he's usually clean shaven, so this is a rare beard moment that you're seeing.
Our colors today might help you figure out what house I am.
Look at us. Ooh. Yeah. But I'm a totally different house, so
yeah, we all know.
You can guess that later, but Shauna just revealed it. How dare you?
Shauna, how could you?
Oh wait, you're revealing your thought for James. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Shauna said Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff. I think that's pretty obvious. Pretty obvious.
Tim is being a genius again. He said Griffin. Puffer and Claw.
Oh wow, just cover all the bases.
Yeah.
Alice Lee's in the chat. What? Join in for Doodle Therapy later today with Alice Lee.
Doodle Therapy.
And Alice says, what? I did not know Dolly Parton helped produce Buffy. Yes, Dolly Parton is amazing, and I'm glad that she's getting a lot of appreciation right now. Have you heard about this? Mm-mm. Dolly Parton, everybody's realizing she's part of Buffy production team, which is amazing. Everybody loves Buffy. And then she also has a ton of programs that are just helpful, like to everyone, but especially children. She's got a children's book, what would you call it? Like series? A program that she runs where she gets kids who can't afford books or can't get to them. She gives them books, and she puts certain books on this list, and actually my mentor Lee White had an experience where he got on that list of books, and it was just a huge boon to his career. Like, it was awesome for him.
Wasn't that book Ducks Don't Wear Socks?
It might have been. I'm not sure.
It was that one. He has a lot of books. And they're all really
they're fantastic. So if you ever want to look up Lee White, he's a fantastic children's book illustrator.
And his mentor.
Yes, and my mentor and teacher. He actually taught us both in college, so James knows him too. But yeah, I think that is something that is obviously Dolly Parton, thank you just for being a really wonderful person, but also, like, I want to learn more about her, like, about her life and everything because of this. So she might go down as like a Mr. Rogers someday, where she just didn't get the recognition as much like while she's here.
Netflix docuseries.
Oh, that would be so good. Yeah. Oh, we need more wholesome content, so I am down for Dolly Parton Netflix series. The thing is, I think that, more people should use their power like that, and she's just doing it without being like, look at me, I'm doing the thing. Yeah, so it's wonderful.
Behind the scenes. So I guess we should clarify what my Hogwarts house is. We're wearing blue today because I am a Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw, pretty solidly, but you've said that you would ask the Sorting Hat
to be in Hufflepuff.
He thinks that Hufflepuff is pretty much the best.
And I'm all about loyal friends. So.
That's why he picked to be with me, right?
Yeah, you're the best.
The Hufflepuff.
James looks like a redhead. What? Probably color correcting because we've got the blue shirt.
I mean, ish, but also your beard has a lot of red.
I do have a bit of red in this part of my beard, which we've just found out because this is the first time I'm growing it for quarantine.
That's true.
And then I have a super blonde mustache, and then the rest is just the same color as my hair. So.
It's so funny. His mustache almost doesn't show up sometimes, where it's like, whoa, that's platinum.
Yeah.
But everybody's, facial hair is very different.
Yeah,
so.
If you've picked up any interesting quarantine habits or tried out something new, shout it out in the chat.
Absolutely. I'm just going to be roughing in some, positioning of the kids, so ignore me for a second while I do that.
Definitely. Kendall says, Ravenclaws unite. Kendall, I know you're also a Ravenclaw, so...
Kendall is, the most go-get-em. Also, Kendall, what's your star sign? Because I feel like you might be... I don't know, possibly Virgo, something like that. But, I mean, I don't necessarily believe in that hardcore. It's just, it's more of a personality test where you're like, oh, what traits do you have? But I'm not also familiar with all the star signs. I know Virgo, Aries, thanks to Jenna and Julian on YouTube, and, you're Gemini. Anthony's Gemini. Yeah. And I feel like their star sign... Yeah, INFJ. Wait, is he an INFJ?
He is an INFJ as well.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so my best friend and my husband are the same person, but totally different.
Yeah. Both
because
Ravenclaws.
We've found that, Gemini, they say, oh, you're dual personalities. You can, kind of have a very, a dexterous personality where you can flip from one side to the other and have a lot of very different qualities all at once. And I feel like they're very much different sides of the same coin, where it's like you are so different but have very similar personality traits, but they show themselves in very different ways. It's funny. But I'm glad that you're both Geminis, because then I get to celebrate all the birthdays in June.
It's true. It's pretty heavy June, July.
Which is coming up. Yeah. Throw ideas for presents in the chat.
Yeah. So we have
and Anthony's in Ravenclaw, who says in the chat.
And Maria is also a Ravenclaw, so we've got a strong Ravenclaw team today. We're coming out strong.
Where's my Hufflepuffs at? And Gryffindors and Slytherins.
Isn't,
come on.
Shauna Hufflepuff?
Shauna's probably Hufflepuff. I feel like she definitely is in personality, but
let's get some Gryffindors out there and some Slytherins.
For sure, but I also believe that you can definitely choose your house. If you talk to the hat, then just like Harry did, you can be like, okay, I want to be here. So yeah, I think that there are a ton of great aspects of every house, so there's no shame here. This is not a shaming place, and Slytherins, so welcome. If you don't watch the Super Carlin brothers on YouTube, they are all Slytherins and are totally lovely people, and they've made a good case for Slytherins, basically, to me.
They had it rough in the books because of the unfortunate period of Voldemort's ascension.
Exactly, but some of them stuck around, and some of them are perfectly lovely people. And the common room is super cool. It's under the lake, and you get, this glowy green stuff going on.
And you can see the squid in the lake, too.
Oh, so cool. So cool. And probably mer people. Come on.
I'll call out some of the houses of people in the chat.
Let's do it.
All right. So, first off, Kendall says she is a Libra.
Which is amazing because I am an Aries. You're a air sign. I'm a fire sign. Apparently, those go well together. So, Kendall. Yeah, that's right. You fuel my flame.
Mao says that his beard is also turning red, so we're kind of brothers.
Apparently your head hair and your beard hair have different genes attributed to them, so if you have no red hair at all, you can still have it down here.
I'm wearing shorts today, so minus 5 points. Maria's Ravenclaw. Bernadette is a Scorpio Ravenclaw.
Scorpio Ravenclaw. What does that mean? Oh, Scorpio. As it...
Yeah. Ravenclaw.
I was, for some reason, thinking of the Cursed Child, because I think there's a character named Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
I think?
I'm pretty sure.
It's been a while, so I'm not sure.
Jordan Crawford is a Leo.
A Leo. Yeah. Oh, excellent. So you're coming up as well. That's July, August, right? Ish area. My mom's a Leo.
I only know.
Actually, my brother and my mom are Leos, I believe. Yeah, Paul's birthday's coming up July 25th.
Yeah, she has a very busy birthday schedule for the next
It's all
2 months.
Summer, man. It's all summer.
You're going to do so many video chats.
It's true. I know. My whole family had shish kebabs the other night. They sent me a picture of them, and I was like, the only one who's not living at home and being with them.
Maria Lopez, the Ravenclaw, is a Pisces. So we've got a Scorpio and a Pisces.
Nice.
And 2 Gemini Ravenclaws in the chat.
Obviously.
Anthony says, let us join your marriage.
Oh, yeah, Anthony. Well, people always mistake Anthony for my husband. During the residency, he would come with me on trips, and everybody was like, oh, hi, James. And he was like, no. But, yeah, we're best friends, people. Live with it.
Oh, Alberto Silva, Slytherin. Nick Silva is one of my best friends.
Oh, yeah. Check out Nick Silva's art if you haven't seen that.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Oh, and we also now know that Kendall is an INFP.
INFP! Okay, so close to INFJ. What's P and J? Judging and perceiving, I think.
Yes.
If you guys haven't taken the
14 personality
12.
tests. 12?
I think it's 12 personalities. It's the Myers-Briggs test. And again, I'm not saying that all of this is like super accurate, super scientific, or anything like that. It's mostly just for fun. So feel free just to, label yourself if you want to, totally avoid categories if you want to, live your life, basically.
It's all just fun stuff to share with other people.
Absolutely. I went from an ENFP to an INFP. So that went from extrovert to introvert.
Oh, you're the same as Kendall.
INFP?
Yeah.
Is that it? Of course
Best
we are,
friends.
Kendall. Of course we are. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I think that going from extrovert to introvert was literally like staying inside for my career. I was like, oh, suddenly I work from home. Okay, I won't see anyone ever. Went from the residency and seeing people like all the time to working from home. And yeah, it can change your personality. I have nothing against it, though. I really think that everybody is an ambivert. We're all on a spectrum. And it just depends on what your energy is like. Like if you're spending time with other people, does it energize you or does it make you feel like you're depleting energy? And that's all it is. This might be the pig right here. I think he's kind of like
hunched over a little bit.
Yeah, a little attitude all the way. If you can name that reference, I would be highly impressed. I actually can't. Definitely not.
Okay.
Okay, here's a hint. Unless you watched a lot of Mary-Kate and Ashley as a kid, which I don't think you did.
I don't think I did. Was that Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon. They made their own series of movies. There were VHSs about Mary-Kate and Ashley on their own, like, adventures. They had a ranch one. They had, well, I won't give away any of the answers here, but there were a lot of movies about Mary-Kate and Ashley. Oh, so good. I loved them. So if we're thinking this is pig, I'm just going to denote that real quick.
Definitely.
Oh, his ears are down.
Oh.
Okay, so we need 2 more at least poses. Yeah, but like poses I'm thinking of. Like these 2 are interacting, that's great. And then maybe this one's waving behind them like bye, thank you. That's great. Oh, and actually we're gonna flip one of these, so they're gonna not all be walking the same direction.
Oh yeah. Transform tool. Flip horizontal.
In Photoshop, it's not a problem anymore.
Jordan says he's more of a Slytherin, or his friends say that he's more of a Slytherin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That just means you're ambitious and cunning, which is a very nice thing to be.
Stephen Booth is a Hufflepuff.
A Hufflepuff, yes. We're getting some traction there in the chat.
Wow, a lot of chat happened.
Oh yeah, Scorpio is Malfoy's son, right? I believe so. I think so. Again, don't quote me. Anthony's the one who got to see it on Broadway, so chime off in the chat, Anthony. Was Scorpio the son of Malfoy? And Astoria?
Anthony knows all.
Obviously.
Clever says that she stepped away for a second, and now that she's back, she is a Sagittarius and a Hufflepuff.
Sagittarius,
so we got another Hufflepuff here.
My brother's a Sagittarius. That must mean December? I just have all the family. Just so much family, and that's how I know.
Mao is a triple Leo in his birth chart.
Oh, really? Okay. I haven't gotten into that deep where it's like sun sign aspect. I can't remember.
Yeah. Sig Brown is helping us out. It was actually the 16 personality test. So I thought it was 14. You thought it was 12. Actually, it's 16. So you get 16 points.
Good job. Oh, wow. He's handing out points again.
Yeah.
All right. The point system. It's back.
Hey there, Michiru.
Better keep up with that.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, if you aren't doing them yet, you should try out the Daily Creative Challenge that Jesus Ramirez gave you all of the examples of and like how to do it. So step by step, you can follow the replay on that. And please join in for doing the Daily Creative Challenge, because I think it's around, 10:30? 11. Okay. At 11, we are going to be reviewing the submissions, and I really, really want to see your guys' work, because this prompt is gilding objects in Photoshop, so making them look like metallic or gold. Amazing. So I really, really want to see what you guys make. So please submit that, and we'll be doing that at 11.
Yep, and that'll be on the #current channel.
Yes, so
channel of the Discord.
It's the Photoshop Discord and the current challenge tab. So please submit there. And also, we should talk about the Creative Residency Fund.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So for anyone who hasn't heard, there is an amazing new program offered by Adobe. It's kind of linked to their Creative Residency program they've done for the last few years. And in this case, they're actually trying to expand it to help out as many artists as possible right now, because it's a pretty challenging time for everyone.
Absolutely.
It's called the Adobe Creative Residency Community Fund, and they are putting $1 million towards helping artists out. You submit a project, they will fund you, I think it was between $500 and $5,000 for a 2 to 4 week project.
Yes.
And it's a chance for you to work on something you're extremely passionate about, and also get a little bit of support right now. And I think Tim's going to be able to post a link to that, because
Tim's amazing. So if you have any questions about links to things, he's so good. So just check out the chat. Again, if you're on YouTube, please come to Behance so that you can get all the chat action.
Yeah.
And we can talk to you and tell you about our houses.
Amazing programs that Adobe's offering.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that they're doing that. Once again, I know that it's a very hard time for everybody, so Adobe helping out in this way and really making opportunities for not only artists to do work, but also make connections. Once you are connected with Adobe, if you have a good experience and everything, they don't just forget you. They're wonderful people, and they truly want to work with other wonderful people and get a really diverse group of artists and creatives together so that we can all make cool stuff. And they're super generous about it. So thank you, Adobe. And thank you for having us, Adobe. It's always such a joy to be on Adobe Live. So this has been really, really fun, and look forward to doing it again sometime.
Definitely. And thank you, Tim, for keeping on top of all the things that we say but don't post links for.
You make the world go round. Thank you so much.
Everyone give a shout out to Tim in the chat.
Tim, round of applause. 1,000 points. No, we should go up to 1 million, because the community fund is $1 million. 1 million.
Well, whoever gets to 1 million first is the winner, so.
Wait, so Tim has 1,000 and he's in the running.
I think
with
I gave him 10,000 points yesterday, so
all right,
he's probably
you should give him
there.
more. Maybe starting with the name or the letter T. If your name starts with the letter T, you get 10,000 points.
Oh wow!
Boom. Exactly. Alberto says Timmo best. He is the best. It's true. I hope you get enough appreciation, because you are the best.
Kendall says that she accidentally keeps calling the community fund the creative fund. It's basically the same thing.
I mean CC.
Yeah.
It's literally Creative Cloud. But yeah, the creative versus community, it's the creative community fund. It all works. I'm going to switch with legs so that this isn't twinning too badly.
Well,
there we go.
You're going to flip them all anyways.
I am going to flip them. So they're not all going to be walking to my left. They're going to be walking left and right. But again, we're just getting ideas out there, because I want you guys to be part of the fun stuff where it's like, oh, all the things are coming together really quickly and you get to see the actual creation of it. And then I can go in and finagle with all the line work and make it look like our final from yesterday. Just a reminder, this is kind of the line work that I'm going for. So we want it to be thick enough to color inside of. But we want it to still have an organic kind of scratchy quality.
Some energy.
Yeah, some energy, exactly. So we don't want to get rid of all this lovely energy that we've got going on, but also make it really fun to color. And there are no hard set rules. I don't have to do anything with this. It's really just what I don't know, we feel like doing all together.
There are no rules on Adobe Live.
What?
You can do anything.
Okay, what do we want to do?
We're going to eat ice cream.
Sing copyright songs.
Oh, I don't think we can do that, actually.
Well, you told me there were no rules. Don't lie to my face.
Can we sing copyright songs in the chat?
Tim's going to say yes, obviously. So yes, I think that That would be one of the only things that I really want to do online is like keep music going. Oh, also, by the way, I'm going to restart VLC real quick because our music went away.
It seems like the VLC soundtrack likes to do that.
It really likes to do that, but I want you guys to have lovely music to listen to, so it's all good.
Yeah. I'm going to read through the chat a little bit. Everyone's complimenting Tim. He deserves it.
Obviously.
If you want to award him more points in the chat, I give you permission to award Tim points for me.
All good.
Jürgen says, do you all know that Tim is living in the basement at Adobe? I don't think that's true. But
I mean, it might.
Although Adobe's building is pretty awesome. You've been there.
I have been to the Adobe studios and I sorely want to return. It's so nice. It's so nice. And guys, when other people are like running all of the production for you, it's so nice to be able to go in and just draw and like talk with the host. And thank you once again for being my lovely host. It's been absolutely wonderful. And honestly, like, you guys have seen, I've hosted myself on Adobe Live, and it was wonderful fun. I had so much of a good time. That was my birthday stream.
Oh, yeah.
But it is a load off to just have my friend James here.
I can read the chat, and she can actually draw.
Exactly. I get to spend time drawing.
I have heard her on Adobe Lives, and she can somehow constantly talk while drawing for an entire 2-hour period, which is amazing.
That's a good thing. Just keep talking. Whoops, I did it. A straight line without pressing shift. There
Kendall says we're supposed to be having a dance drawing party, so...
Dance drawing party. Yeah. Oh, wait. Is that's not some kind of copywritten song?
I'd hope it's not a song.
I made up a song and immediately was afraid that it had already been made up. Okay, so I flipped them so they're walking the other way. I might flip it again, honestly, because I kind of like the top one going right. I don't know. There's, what do you think?
Test it both ways, and then the chat can weigh in.
Weigh in?
Yeah.
Both ways?
Ways? Oh, well, I mean, minus 5 points. For me.
Minus? Oh, okay. For you, that's fine.
You always have positive fun points.
All right, so we've got both versions here. We've got top to the right, bottom to the left.
I kind of like that. Yeah,
top
like
to the left, bottom to the right.
Top right, bottom left. What do you think, chat? Do you like it with the top going right, bottom going left, or do you like the inverse more? So, should we assign numbers to this?
Oh gosh, are we going to do another poll?
We won't do polls. Just voice it out in the chat, and we'll read a few of those.
Do the top one. So say top right or top left.
Yeah.
That's a good one. One of the things I was thinking of is the way that Americans read is from the top
left to
down.
Right.
Yeah, left to right. So I was thinking that felt more natural on the bottom, where you're kind of like, okay, I can kind of join for the top going left, and then it feels natural to leave to the right. But I am totally not opposed to like flipping that, and it's just something I want to acknowledge. That it's interesting.
I mean, the chat will guide us. So.
The chat will guide us.
Yeah.
They never lead us astray.
Eric Samuelson says bottom right. Eric Samuelson also says top left.
Very clear. Good job.
Yep.
You got it all. Oh, and we'll worry about the ratio and framing of all of it later. It's more about general gestures of the characters right now, and then the idea behind it really is the most important thing right now. We can always finagle.
Anthony Jackson says top left.
Okay.
Kendall says
is that 2 for top left?
Right, because it's the UX principle of the F right.
Of the F? I have no idea what you mean by that, but cool. If there's any principle that we're learning here, I like that. All right, so we've got top left, top right. We've got one top right.
Oh no, it'd be the Z reading.
Okay, I like that.
Oh, I get what you're
like
saying.
Zorro. Aha. Oh. So top.
Shout out to Zorro.
Left, they're saying top
Who's
left.
seen that movie?
Yeah, exactly. Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
At least that's the version I like.
Definitely.
I think they're like an old timey one, right?
Second movie.
The oldest movie that we've watched lately was the Swiss Family Robinson.
Yeah,
remember that?
I do. It's interesting watching it now as opposed to when I was younger.
Oh man, it's a thing. And then we saw Meet the Robinsons, so it was a Robinson time.
Yeah.
For the first time we saw that. That was a delightful movie if you haven't seen it.
Kendall says you draw the letter and it's how you read the lines. So Z.
Yeah, like that. Right? Yeah, that's how you... Yeah, interesting.
If
okay,
the,
so yeah, it goes that way.
top right character in this current thing was looking slightly down towards the bottom left character, then you have the visual line of a Z other way. Yeah. Like if that character character's head was tilted down a little bit. Get that visual flow
Alright,
going.
let's get it going. Let's do this. And that's a very good point. It's not always that your layout is the thing that drags the audience's eye from one direction to another. Most of the time, audiences look at the face. So if there are multiple faces, you can direct their eye very easily because when they're looking at someone, the audience looks where they're looking.
Just naturally look towards what the characters are looking
Even
towards.
if they're looking at animal faces.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony says evil under the sun. That, I mean, come on, that's classic. That's not even old. That's just an amazing movie.
Kendall says Zorro's the name of her cat.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, Kendall! Oh, does he have a black mask? I hope.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be awesome. Okay, so I need to make sure these guys all have their little candy buckets. Oh, wait, he's gonna be...
A bag.
Oh, bag.
That's why he's so sad. He's only got a bag of candy.
Oh, no. I think that he might be swinging it, like, back or something. Possibly. We'll see what works.
Yeah.
There's so many options with this. He looks like a dog with his ears down. But actually, one of the things that's made me much more comfortable with drawing animals in a stylized way is sculpting animals. If you guys haven't sculpted in a while, I highly recommend just grabbing some clay. We love using Sculpey. Thankfully, your brother got us like a ton of Sculpey for Christmas one year. And so we still have some of that, and I'm working through it. And I make these little sculptures of animals, and it really helps with figuring out how I want a pig's head to look, you know, or like I want a dog to look from a certain angle aside. I can see, like, right now my mouse from the side. I love that profile.
Definitely. And right now you're also making a series of wait, do I get to say this for your Patreon people?
Oh,
Do they
yeah,
know
yeah,
which one
yeah.
you're making? She's making little raccoon magnets for all of her patrons right now.
We talked about this yesterday. Do you say raccoon or raccoon? What do you think?
Some people will say tanuki.
Tanuki! I think this will be the bird.
That was a joke from yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. The Tanuki suit from Mario. Oh. And now there's a Tanuki in Mr. Nook.
Yeah.
You know? So good. What were you reacting to?
Magali Lopez says, make the bottom middle, the pig, eating a chocolate bar.
Oh,
Maybe it's just taking the munch right out of a chocolate bar. Thanks for that idea. Mouse says, the oldest movie that he saw was Papillon?
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 Let's see, where is it?
A Steve McQueen movie
Papillon.
about a French prisoner.
Ooh,
really
fancy.
good movie. One of
Dustin Hoffman,
we'll have to check that
so
out.
good.
We have an entire list of movies that I have to watch now because I apparently haven't seen anything of... which actor was it yesterday?
Oh gosh, what was it we were talking about?
Well,
Remind me.
A comedy actor.
It was The Wedding Singer, Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Adam Sandler. I haven't seen apparently any of his movies ever, so there's a huge list of movies that we now have to watch.
Obviously. No, Wedding Singer is at the top. You have to see that one. That's just like a bar for entry of knowing me. Like, you have to watch it. Necessary. This guy's throwing some of the little seeds in his mouth. Kind of giving him the bird hands from, like, Zelda, you know, what are the bird people called? Ritos?
I bet Anthony knows in the chat.
Oh, Anthony knows everything about Zelda.
How many
especially
hours
Breath
did
of the
you
Wild.
get in Breath of the Wild?
Oh, he's still going.
Yeah, he's probably got like
It will never
hours.
end. By the way, we haven't talked about video games. So, favorite video game? Throw it in the chat. I want to know.
Ooh, so
and
tough.
Kendall said, yes, he's a Siamese. Oh, her cat, Zorro, is a Siamese cat. That is so cute. Need pictures. Gotta prove that Zorro exists.
Yeah. I don't know if they can post pictures in the chat, though.
No, just Kendall send it to me.
Oh, okay. Kendall, directly message Anna. With as many pictures of your cat as possible.
All the time.
Yep.
Well, Kendall has multiple pets that I've never seen, and I need to see them. If I had pets, you guys would know about it. You would see them all the time.
Oh,
I honestly feel like
right up on this desk.
I would love to show you guys my pets on streams. That would be so much fun. Oh, and yeah, Arito, I see in the chat. Anthony says over 300 hours.
300 hours. 300 points to Anthony.
Oh, wow.
Wait, we have to get to 1 million. 3,000 points to Anthony.
But what about Tim? You wanted him to win.
Oh, Tim gets 100,000 points because Anna said so.
Okay, sounds good. But yeah, 300 hours, that's probably your favorite game, I'm guessing. But Anthony's an avid video gamer, so it's kind of hard to say. But yeah, you guys post your favorite video games and maybe roughly your time spent in game.
Oh, yes,
if you know anything about that.
I've ever played. We've got Assassin's Creed.
Ooh, which one? So many.
Jacob says Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Valhalla.
I mean, yeah, say it however you want. I'm not the expert on that.
Anthony Jackson is looking forward to the new SpongeBob game.
Ooh, there's a new one?
coming out on the Switch.
Ooh, that's exciting. I remember playing a really, janky SpongeBob game as a kid and loving it. I don't know why, but there's just something so delightful about that world.
Mao says, favorite game, Mario Kart 64. That's a good one.
Oh, obviously.
That was so much fun.
Classic. This guy's going to have his hood down.
Alberto says, Pokemon Gold.
Pokemon Gold? Yeah. Oh, really? Did you play that one?
I actually played Silver. So the great thing about having a sibling who was just one grade ahead of me is that every time a Pokemon game came out, we were able to get both copies. So he would get blue, I'd get red. He'd get gold, I'd get silver. And then in that way we can actually just trade legendary creatures and fill out the Pokédex as well. So
I'm into that.
Yeah, that was great. Animal Crossing New Horizons, says Paul. Oh, you made Anna sad.
Oh, I mean, I'm happy for you. I'm sad for me. I really want to play it.
There are no Switches available right now, so.
I would have it right now if not for Switch shortage.
Yep.
And I remember the day that the Animal Crossing version of the Switch went on sale, and I looked at it for an hour, and I was like, we don't have to get it. We don't need this, but it's the cutest thing I've ever seen, and I really, really want it. And then, of course, quarantine and all that jazz happened, and I was like, no!
Yeah.
This would have been perfect.
I
should have followed my intuition.
And there are no Switches left.
But I know if I went back and I didn't know that all this was going to happen, I still would have made the same decision. I didn't need the Switch. And now I'm just kind of desperate, where I want to play with my friends. I want to have some kind of outlet, and I hope you guys are doing this too, kind of treating yourself to what you need right now, because I really feel like if there's any time to treat yourself, it's now. And that was the discussion that James and I had.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, usually we would say no, and that's why we don't have any new consoles. We have very old ones, including
an N64.
But did you guys know he's actually a state ranked player.
Yeah, for Super Smash Bros. 64, I was ranked in the Northwest. I played with Chad Larson. Shout out to Chad Larson.
We have a picture of Chad, who is James's best friend, above the camera to remind us to look at you guys. And so Chad was one of the friends that you played with.
And then Andy Atkinson was another friend.
And how old were you?
I played a lot when I was younger, and then I probably stopped around middle school. But we all picked it back up in high school right after graduating, for the first 2 weeks after we graduated high school. Played for an entire summer, then we went to one of the tournaments for the Northwest, which was Canada, Washington, California. I guess Californians flew up too, and Oregon. And
and you got to meet one of the best players in the world.
We met the best player in the world, and the second best player in the world. And my friend Chad ranked 4th in that tournament, and I ranked 5th, so...
Dang. And also, you had fancy names. Do you guys know this? That they have, pseudonyms or, names that you play under?
Corinne says, hi, nerds.
Hey, Corinne, how dare you? Hi, nerd. Just one. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry, I'm catching up.
Definitely, we missed a few in the chat. Tekken, Street Fighter.
Wow.
For AG Creative.
Oh, and Mao says, very true, I'm focusing more on learning to write music. That's so
amazing.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah, if you have the ability to pick up new hobbies or anything like that, I know that everybody's saying, oh, there's more time. For me, I have not found more time. I've found less time. But I do think that if you have the ability to bring yourself joy in any way, try to make the time for it. Try to make your life a little happier, because now's the time.
Yeah, and if you're learning to write music, I'd say look up
so cool.
Bryce Miller.
He's a composer
down in California who I went to school with in high school, who's done a bunch of music for movies and movie trailers and TV shows. And I think he has a website and he's on multiple platforms and he writes a lot of music. So maybe
really
there's something
good.
useful there for you.
He's fantastic, and he's also a really lovely person.
Yeah, he's really nice.
I got to meet him at Bradley's wedding. That was such a lovely time. I loved it. And
Michiru,
we actually
I'm talking to you. Sorry, she said.
Oh, sorry.
Michiru says, no one is talking to me.
Oh, no,
Michiru. I see you.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream.
What's your favorite game?
Yes, video game or board game or anything. If you notice, I just flipped back to the other piece so that I could remember what characters I'm drawing. And so we're putting Yarn Ball in, y'all.
Yeah, gotta get Yarn Ball.
So I want some of the characters at least to be the same. Right now I'm kind of relying on that because I'm talking to you guys. So if we want to put new characters in, though, please shout out those characters and let us know what they should look like.
And also, if you have any more ideas for candy puns that have to do with animals, shout them out in the chat.
Absolutely.
We've got quite a list going.
Yeah, all our candy puns are down here. So we've got Sniffers Bar, Reese's Pup, Tobler Bone, Mr. Good Dog, Cat, Flutterfinger, Yorkie, Puppermint, Patty.
Yeah, there's Anthony.
What's your
Corinne,
favorite?
you have to think of a pun because Anthony did.
Obviously, it's competition.
Yep.
Immediately.
We will award you pun points.
Pun points. So good. And we're good on time. I'm so glad. Okay, this feels good. I think that I might want to shrink this bird head because it's quite large. But, you know, in Animal Crossing, the heads are really big. So I might end up making all of their heads bigger. You never know.
You don't want the character to be too bird-brained, I mean.
What is that?
Do I get plus pun points or minus pun points?
Sure.
I'm not allowed to award myself pun points. Only everybody else.
You get 2 pun points.
Yes!
You are like
I'm -5 now.
250,000 behind Tim.
Oh.
But it's okay. It's fine. Corinne says, haha, I'm no pun master. Well, I mean, everybody's a pun master. You just gotta try. It's all good. Oh, yeah. Mao says, I'll check it out. Learned guitar by myself since 2011. That's amazing. So cool.
Kendall gets pun points. She says, Pup Rocks for Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks!
Pup
Okay.
Rocks.
I'm doing it.
How many pun points should we give her?
Probably like 17 at
All right.
least, maybe.
Only 7. We have to get to 1 million
1,000.
by the end of the stream. Okay, 17,000 pun points for Kendall.
Good job, Kendall. You really impressed us. Pop Rocks! Oh, man. And we need... Oh, gosh. I'm trying to think of some. Nerds. How could nerds be? Herds? Herds of animals. See, this is how you do it. You make messy mistakes in front of everyone on a live stream. Yep. Please, make your mistakes in the chat. It's fine. There are no bad ideas. You don't have to censor yourself. Just go for it.
And for everyone who's curious, this is a page for the Coloring Book illustration series that Adobe's doing.
Oh, yeah.
She has one from yesterday that she'll flip back to.
Whoop.
And she is doing another today. If you'd like to check out all of the series, you can go to Create Magazine's website. And I believe that Tim has a link for that as well because Tim's amazing.
So if you're in the chat on Behance, you can find a link to all of the other pages. This page is going to be a download next week. So it'll be available. You can print it out yourself and you can color it in. And please, 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 if you do that, tag me on social medias wherever, like Twitter and Instagram, Facebook. I'm just my name, Anna Daviscourt. So please, please, please tag me because I want to see your work so badly. We get another chance to see people's work actually today. If you're participating in the Daily Creative Challenge today that Jesus Ramirez gave you a walkthrough of, we're going to be looking at your submissions at 11. That is on the Photoshop Discord, and it is on the current challenge tab. So please submit there, and I will check it out at 11.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it. Oh, something. There we go.
Found it.
Found it. Okay. We don't need that on. But yes, we are collecting candy puns. If anybody is new to the chat. Oh, we've got a link in the chat. Thank you so much, Tim. So much.
For every link that he
stuff.
posts, he gets 20,000 points. Thank you, Tim.
Oh, I saw pangolin. Pangolin friend. I would love to draw a pangolin. Actually, I sculpted a pangolin. I love pangolins so much. Not saying penguin. Pangolin.
Anthony Jackson asks, how does Anthony get a drawing in the Adobe Coloring Book?
get contacted by Adobe. I'm not sure. Maybe there's information about it on the website, but I got asked by one of our friends at Adobe Live. Oh, whoops. I messed up the screen.
Shauna says Tootsie Pup as another possible pun for...
Tootsie Pup? Oh my gosh, it's going to be pup everything.
There's a lot of pups.
Tootsie Pup.
If anyone can think of cat puns, we'll give you double points. No, we'll give you 9 times the points because cats have 9 lives. So think of cat puns for candies in the chat. Shauna, I will still award you 2,000 pun points.
Wow! Shauna's point rich.
Tootsie Pup.
Okay, we're going to do a little pale here.
Sarah Garcia asks, what kind of brush are you using?
This is Kyle's Carbonara New, and it is in the drawing box. So if you have a CC subscription, you have endless access to Kyle's brushes, which this is Kyle Webster. He's famous for making Photoshop brushes, and all of these brushes, I can guarantee, are going to just give you life. So if you actually go to the tab, what is it? Brushes, you can get more right here, and it will bring you to the website, and you can download different packs of brushes. I recommend just getting all the packs, and they're all free if you have CC, so you can find what brushes really fit you. And I've gone through a lot of brushes, and these are my 2 current favorite, the Bristle Balm and the Carbonara New. One of the awesome things about CC as well is that you can make your own folder. So this is all of the packs that I've downloaded of Kyle's right now. And then I made my own folder of faves, and I just put all of the brushes that I love in there. I want to show you this one real quick because it's really fun. I'm going to do it in like this color. Oh, it's tiny, but when I make it big, you can see that texture. That's the kind of lovely texture that you get with Kyle brushes. So he's also been doing a lot of streams about his brushes in particular, but also Fresco, which is the iPad app that you can paint with a lot of the brushes that he made, and also special live brushes where it's like watercolor sinking into the paper. It's oil that's wet, and the like colors mixed together. So can't say enough good things about Kyle's brushes. Please check them out. And yeah, I think that's always a good question. What brush are you using? So Carbonara New, and that's from his drawing box. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Shauna's getting more points. She says catty corn.
Catty corn. All right, let's do it. Catty corn.
How many points should we award for that times 9?
All right, you're good at math, so 237.
Why would you do that to me?
Go ahead and press the stream with your fast mathing. No pressure at all. 237 times 9. Go. Anybody in the chat, can you get it in there? No. You've got paper. You could write it down.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's 2,133.
All right, somebody check them in the chat. Let's see how accurate that was.
I don't know. My brain's tired.
Your brain's always tired. No, actually, he is super fast at math. If anybody ever needs help, just like text James and be like, hey, what's this times this divided by that? I mean...
Anthony, do not text me. Problem.
Oh, Shauna says marshmallows. Oh, that's adorable. So all right, that's 32 times 9.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. 30 times 9.
That'd be 288. I don't know.
Oh, somebody put in the chat. Thank you, AG Creative.
Hey, was I right? 2,100.
I can't remember what you said. So. If anyone wants to edit this into a compilation of
that many points for however close I was.
Oh, okay.
But no more math. We're gonna give you 1,000 points.
Yeah, you gotta just call
Kendall,
it.
Jolly Paws.
Jolly Paws and then marshmallows. Okay, excellent. I don't know what Jolly Paws is, or Jolly whatever it is. Jolly Paws.
Jolly Paws. And for M&Ms, Paul says meow and meows. M&Ms.
I don't know if that counts. M&M's, meow and mouse. Like, if you said meow and mouse, would anybody get it? Would they understand it all? I don't know. Meow lows.
Hey, Princess, I was right. That means I get 2,133 points. That's impressive because my brain is not working right now.
Dang, so good. So good. I wouldn't be able to do it if my brain was at top quality, so, like, kudos.
Oinker Oodles from Magali Lopez.
Oinker Oodles? What is that?
I'm not quite sure.
See, there are so many different candies. I think we know about like 10% of the iceberg of candies in the world. So, not sure. But what was it?
Ooh, can anyone think of a good one for Twix? Because that is one of my favorite candy bars.
Oodles. Twix.
Okay.
This is how I come up with
times, one will appear. Where is my Twix?
Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Twix.
Okay.
I'm broken.
You focus on drawing, and the chat will think of something for Twix.
I'm sorry, you guys. Usually I'm pretty good at puns, but it's just too much to ask right now. I want to be good. I want to be the very best.
I get it. Snickerdoodles for Oinker Oodles.
I don't know if that fits,
Thank you,
but
Nicolene.
Sure. We appreciate all puns, even if they're
I will give you 500 pun points. Ian Gabriel says chicks for Twix.
Chicks. See, again, I don't know if anybody would understand the connection there,
It's true.
but I appreciate it.
Clear. But that was a good one. I will give you also 1,000 points.
Wow. Being generous. Well, we're going to have a little scarf. That's always fun. Anytime that you can add secondary action to a piece.
Definitely.
So good. And this is the uncertain hedgehog Felix. Oh. I like that the eyes came out different sizes. Like very unnervous. I love it.
Yeah, he'll be looking down at the bottom left creature.
It's true, yeah, I have to remember that. Like, he's looking down.
Maybe give some big round eyes.
Big round eyes?
Oh, no, that would break the style. Never mind.
No, it's fine. I mean, if we need to, there are no rules. So
On Adobe Live, except for no singing copyright songs, apparently.
But I said I want to be the very best. Like no one ever was.
Oh.
I don't know if that's... Well, it is copyrighted for sure. Chicks. Chiclets. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, Meowix? Twix? Meowix? I have no idea. Your favorite's Twix. Well, you actually love Fast Breaks, too.
Oh, Fast Breaks. Okay, so Reese's has an alternate candy bar called the Fast Break. And I think that when they first came out with the Fast Break, to test the bar, they went to a bunch of different schools to just see if the students liked them. And I believe that my sister, when she went to high school, was part of that testing group.
No way.
For Fast Breaks. I could be wrong.
That's so cool,
but
though. I like the story.
She tested
I'm into
that
it.
candy bar. And yeah, it became my favorite, and every time I can get one, I will. And then I will eat it and be happy.
It's true. It's like our go-to at the store if there's that impulse buy section. It's usually
that
a Fast
and
Break.
Twix, so...
Oh, obviously. I mean, come on. Twix is for everyone.
Yep.
I think my favorite... Oh, golly. Okay, so Twix is super solid, obviously. Cookie Crunch, caramel, chocolate, all good. I'm not a big candy person. I'm much more of a quality chocolate person, so it's kind of hard sometimes to pick the favorite. But it's so funny because cookies and cream is one of my favorites, which that is probably like the cheapest of the white chocolates, but I love it. There's little cookie bits and it just melts in the mouth. It's so good.
It does melt in the mouth.
It's so good.
And then Corinne's asking why you work zoomed out so much.
Gotcha. It's mostly to keep myself from getting too detailed too fast. So I like to imply things, and it's best when things are like strong shapes from afar, and then when you get into the piece like a little bit zoomed in, then you can add all that detail as long as you keep the shapes that you created before, then it will still have that really strong silhouette. But for your guys' sake, I can zoom in just so you don't like feel like it's a tiny thing on the screen. I don't want you to feel like you're looking squinting at your computer.
For making sure you're not getting caught up in the details before
Absolutely.
the overall large shapes are working.
And since I've been streaming lately, I have gotten into the habit, thank you, Kendall, of bringing up the navigator, which is my way of seeing it at a smaller size while you guys see it big. It is a little bit more... like, you have to make bigger strokes when it's bigger. I have a 24-inch Wacom Cintiq right now, and we're working on the desktop Photoshop, so it's a little bit different when things are at that dimension. You almost draw from the shoulder more, which is better for you, actually. Also, if you haven't noticed, I have a grip on my stylus pen. It's the orange part right here. And it just makes the pen fatter, and it's better for your grip. So if you can make anything in your work setup ergonomic, I highly recommend you do it.
I believe they have the brand listed on that, too. What does it say?
Ergo.
Ergo. So they have,
ERGO.
I think it's just the Ergo brand of grips for the stylus pens, and it keeps you from having to pinch down on them, and pinching down is what causes you to end up with things like tendonitis and carpal tunnel. Other little tip is you can get a vertical mouse instead of a horizontal mouse. I will find some way to show this to you. There we go. Using a vertical mouse just allows your hands to be in a different position while you're working, and for a lot of people, the handshake is actually the more natural arm position than having your hand tilted down on a mouse.
Definitely.
It just relieves a lot of strain to be using a mouse like this vertical mouse, and I don't think the brand is printed on this. Oh, Anchor. Anchor's vertical mouse, $20, best mouse ever. That was a large thing. It's a good mouse.
Best mouse in the world. But what I was thinking is, recently actually, I've been feeling my hand a lot. I'm finishing a book that I'm working on in my normal job is as a children's book illustrator. And so I am illustrating a book. I'm very close to finishing it. And so it's kind of crunch time. And every once in a while, it's not that my hand hurts, it's that I feel my hand. And you don't want to feel your hand. You kind of want to have it just always be a normal part of your body, not aching, not feeling anything. Yeah, stretch it out, stretch it out.
Everyone limber it up in the chat.
Definitely. And the thing that I've been doing lately is actually borrowing that vertical mouse from James, and I think I'm going to get one for my setup because it has helped a ton. It honestly makes a really big difference, especially if you're doing a lot of mouse work. If you're constantly answering emails or clicking on OBS to stream, those things, they take wrist work.
And
so, protect your wrist.
Everyone's arm is different, so if you want to find out if your hand would work better with a vertical mouse, they have a little test where you just have your arm to your side in an L shape, and if your arm more naturally sits in like a handshake position, then you're probably anatomically more geared for a vertical mouse, and if your hand naturally rests palm down, then you can just get a standard ergonomic mouse.
Yeah. Anthony got me a really nice mouse, and that's why I've resisted getting a vertical mouse, because I'm like, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, I love it. But I do think that the vertical mouse is more attuned for my wrist.
And the mouse he got us is also perfect for Overwatch.
Perfect. I'm drawing a cat right now, so it works.
Perfect. Yes.
Oh, it's true. This is also a gaming computer, so our one game, Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I actually just made a Steam account, but the thing is we have to pick a name for the Steam account.
Oh, yes. If you have any suggestions in the chat, we probably won't use them because that's not very personal. But if you have a really good one, I'll award you points.
Oh my gosh, yes. I like your not promise.
Anthony's asking, first off, did we do hand stretches today? No, we did not. We will after, though. Thank you for reminding us.
Absolutely.
And then
we could do it with the chat. We can do them all together.
We can do them together, so if the chat wants to participate. But he also asks where we got the vertical mouse at.
Amazon?
I believe that we just ordered it through Amazon. It's the Anchor, Anker vertical mouse.
Yeah.
And it's well priced. I think it was only $20. It's Bluetooth, so it's really useful when you can't have a bajillion cord stacking.
But of course, do your own research for what you want, but there are certain things to know about everything that you make your setup about. So for example, the mouse is a USB mouse. You have to turn it on the bottom, and it is battery run. So if you're not into batteries, then maybe there's a better option for you where it plugs into your computer. Yeah. But the chair that we got has been amazing for my back. We've got this little seat cushion that I'm on right now that has been amazing as well. There are just so many little touches that you can do for your work setup to make it ergonomic and the best that it can be for you. And overall, the biggest recommendation is pay attention to it. Just don't ignore that your setup hurts you. If your back hurts every day, think about your chair and think about maybe a standing desk, maybe a sit-stand desk. Those are amazing. But just don't leave it for in 10 years I'll be able to afford that. Well, in 10 years, your back is going to get wrecked and you're going to need a chiropractor to live with you.
I worked with a lot of people at Shadow Machine who had tendonitis, carpal tunnel, back problems, shoulder problems, just because of working 10 hours a day on a Cintiq without any ergonomic gear as well.
Sorry, I'm reading Tim. He's amazing.
Hey there, Samuel Roca. Welcome to the chat.
Yes, Anthony said oh yeah, the vertical mouse is from Amazon. Tim said, if you're a cat, do hand scratches. The puns continue.
That's why they do that.
I'm into it. I love it.
Paul says Diva, shouting out their favorite character.
Oh yeah,
Overwatch.
Who's your favorite Overwatch character? If you play Overwatch, obviously, but also if you just like the look of the characters, because they are really fun designs. I enjoy them quite a bit.
And Michiru says hi again.
Hello! Lovely to see you.
Seth is joining a rock climbing gym. You are going to get so buff.
So swole!
Yeah.
That is awesome, though. I have a cousin who's very into bouldering, and his mom and dad also have done mountain climbing all their lives and everything. And I do think that it is one of those like really fun, really hardcore activities where it's a sport that gets your entire body involved.
It does.
But is also really fun because, it's beautiful and amazing. I think that, was it Kendall who was talking about kayaking? I think I saw this on Twitter, that she wanted to go kayaking. And she talked about the adrenaline of just being on water. And I totally relate to that. I really want to go back to, there's a place in Oregon called Sun River. It's like this vacation area in Sisters, or near Bend, near Sisters. And it's just got the best everything. My family used to go on vacation there a lot, and we haven't gone in years. I really want to go back. It's so good. And it's just kayaking, horseback riding, bike riding constantly, just all the fun, like, activity stuff. I really want to do that.
Bike riding through a forest, which is not advised.
I know. I was talking to James. We see so many people bike riding in our neighborhood, and that's awesome. I really want to do it. And I'm like, we have no space to keep a bike. Darn it, let alone two. But I really want to get a bike someday.
Looks like someone in the chat can't see the video. I'd recommend attempting to refresh your page because usually that's just a problem. You hit refresh, and then you'll be able to see the video again.
Absolutely.
Kendall says you are correct. That was last night.
Yeah, that's right. Just always watching her Twitter. If she posts something, I'm on it. And yeah, if you guys want to follow Kendall, by the way, she's doing a 100-day challenge right now and is constantly putting out work and new projects. So check out Kendall for sure. What creature is this guy going to be? He's the shortest of the bunch.
That's a tough one.
Let's see if we've forgotten any. So we've got pig, we've got bird, we've got dog, we've got cat, we've got hedgehog. So it's this off-screen character. So what animal should be the shortest of the characters?
Ooh, short.
This is a very important decision, people. Okay, heads up. You got to be ready for what animal is it and what outfit are they wearing. This is very important.
Yeah.
No skimping. You got to have the best ideas only.
And I think Samuel Roca says, shout out from Brazil.
Brazil! Yeah. I don't know Portuguese. Hello. Is it hola? Not sure. But hello in Portuguese. But absolutely, I'm so glad that you're here. And Kendall says, oh, thanks for the shout out. No problem, Kendall. Everybody should know about you. You're awesome. And maybe Kendall will be streaming on Behance sometime. And then I've been streaming on Behance pretty regularly as well. Oh, we've got some animals in the chat.
Mag Lopez is saying penguin. That is adorable.
Okay, let's make note.
Paul says bunny or squirrel.
Well, we've already got the big bunny on here.
Sandra is saying a parrot might be a good option. We do have a parakeet.
Well, we have a cockatiel.
Cockatiel, that was it. Sam Peterson says hello, everyone. Hey there, Sam.
Hello, Sam. Oh, thanks for being here. And hola. Excellent. Fantastic.
Shalom, says Chris.
Shalom. Kendall blushes.
Corinne says, I think a squirrel with their cheeks stuffed with candy or hamster.
Hamster.
I'm a fan of hamster.
The idea here is kind of pet animals. I mean, we have a pig. That's kind of a stretch, but there are some pig pets. So we're thinking like that. Oh, lizard. That's also a really good idea because we don't have any reptiles represented here.
No representation.
No reptiles-entation.
Okay. 5 pound points.
reptile. I actually had, they're still alive, a lot of them. We inherited like 5 leopard geckos from our babysitters who moved to Mexico, and so they had to kind of lighten the load of when they were moving. They had so many pets, but leopard geckos were some of them, and they said, would you like to care for these leopard geckos? So we grew up with them all over the house. Like, we had terrariums every once in a while, and they were lovely pets. So much fun to just interact with and feed, honestly. So I love leopard geckos. They're so cute. They've got that little permanent smile and the fat little tails. Oh, so good.
Also, Clever says, a lizard in socks. I love that you have a costume in mind for them.
In socks.
Giant socks,
excellent.
like super high socks on that lizard.
Okay, excellent. So we've got, I'm always a proponent of gecko, and then we've got lizard. What kind? There's also
giant socks, just right. Big, massive socks.
Socks.
Yeah.
Very important. Do not forget socks.
Oh, Sam says he's loving these sketches. They're super cute.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Absolutely. This is for the Adobe Coloring Book, so it's all about the design. So we're really spending our time in the sketch phase to get this down and right.
She's super nice too.
Also, in 15 minutes, we're going to be checking out the DCCs. So that's the Daily Creative Challenge. We had Jesus Ramirez setting that up this morning. If you haven't seen that, please check out the replays and participate, because we are going to look through all of your submissions on the Photoshop Discord Current Challenge tab. There you go. Shout out.
Thank you. Sandra asks if the top right is a hedgehog. You got it.
Yes, indeed. It's a very
Good
shy
eye.
hedgehog wearing its Harry Potter outfit. Then we've got Yarnball the cat. And then we've got Mochi the corgi.
In a tanuki suit.
In a tanuki suit. And then, actually, we should add a little tail
Mona's
to our
really
kitty.
loving the idea of having a leopard gecko.
Excellent. I'm down for that. All right, so we can do like a fat tail back here. Is that too fat?
I mean, is it ever too fat for a gecko tail? Like,
gecko tails are very unique. They're
make it
like ridged.
Yeah.
They're very interesting,
Gentle.
and I love them. They're just
Plump.
plump little, like, you know how earlobes on a human are like satisfying to squeeze gently? It's like that for a gecko tail. I love them. Of course, don't squeeze your gecko's tail if they don't want you to squeeze your tail, okay? You just have to be very gentle with it. Don't hurt the gecko.
I feel like the pattern on the tail, rings around it. Maybe the socks you could do like vertical stripes or something.
That'd be cute.
If there's room for giant socks. Think of it like those. What's that aerobic kind of workout from the 80s where they'd have those massive. They'd have the jumpsuit and then the massive socks towards the bottom.
The leg warmers.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking of. The 80s leg warmers. Just like real big.
That could be the gecko's costume.
I thought we were going to put the prison outfit on. Because we've got the little arm here. I don't know. Is that... we don't have to. We can make up a totally new character.
It would be more fun to have a super 80s colorful...
Would that read?
Jazzercise.
Would you get it? Okay.
It's pretty hard. Well, they have that like low ring neck, right? And then sleeveless usually.
Yeah.
The sweatbands on the hand.
Let's just try it out. There's no reason not to try it out. Okay, this is the time for exploration. So let's just kick it in there and see what we get.
Everyone's saying gecko, gecko, gecko in the chat.
Gecko, 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 gecko. All right, you guys, we're doing it. We're doing the gecko. He's a short little gecko. His face is going to be interesting. I've never drawn a gecko face in like this style, so we'll see how it goes. I know that...
We can get reference later too if we need to.
Kind of. Lizards are hard. They have whole ears, so it's always weird.
Imagine... Well, I guess technically our ears were
could we
too,
put something on the head? It's going to be a headband, sweatband.
Nice.
Obviously. Gotta do it.
A few like spots on them when you get to the detailing.
For sure. Spots. But okay, so jazzercise. We have to think about that. It's gonna be like a leotard, do you think? And then they have like the spandex underneath.
Yeah, love it.
Maybe
just as an option.
Yeah.
We can always do more options.
Always.
But in 10 minutes, we'll be looking at 11 at the Daily Creative Challenge.
We're going to be looking at 11 in 10 minutes?
We're going to be looking at 11
looking right at 11.
So anyone who wants to get a submission in before then, we'd love to check them out.
Absolutely. I am so excited to see what you guys make. We're going to be kind of reviewing them, so it's a little opportunity to get some feedback on your work and just to get it seen. Like, you're going to be on Adobe Live, man. It's worth it.
Once again, if you are watching this later on YouTube, you can always go to Behance at behance.net/Adobe Live to participate in things like the Adobe Creative Challenge or portfolio reviews. And we have a lot of fun, so we hope you do too.
Absolutely. Oh, it's so much fun to be here with you guys. I love streaming. It's so funny, but I've like discovered this lately that it's like really fun to stream.
I mean, when you're kind of quarantined and don't get to see many people, it's really
that
nice
is a valid
to get to
point.
talk to.
Very valid, gotta
people
say.
all around the world. Sandra's loving these. They read like a comic.
I'm so glad. What kind of expression do you think he should have? Oh, what if his mouth is open? Oh, is that going to be horrific? Let's see if I can make it work. Maybe I should do a little bit more to the side, like he's really turned. I don't know. If you have any opinions, you feel free to join in.
I think we need a reference, but definitely getting the base shape lands. Like, I think it's working.
Ish. It's a little weird. Oh, it's fine.
We'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
Let's check out the chat.
Oh yeah, Sam Peterson, thank you for throwing some links in there for where to put your daily creative challenge. Always a really good thing to have on in the chat, so everybody knows.
Hey Wade, thanks for joining us.
Clever just put a bunch of different lizard or reptiles in the chat. Here, go up.
Ooh,
Got
bearded dragons.
Iguanas. Tegu. I have played with a tegu. They're really cool.
What's a tegu?
They're a really big lizard, and they have these big pouches on their faces.
Oh, really?
They're really cute. I love them.
Like gators have those massive...
Yeah, kind of like a gator, but it's got like big... I think those are the ones with the big circle, like a big scale is on their cheek, so it almost looks like just, I don't know, very... like it's intended in their design. Like they're designed well. I love them. Oh, it's funny.
Thank you for posting those links, Sam.
Absolutely, Sam. Thank you.
Paul says, tongue out, question mark. We can always play with more expressions.
Yeah, we can also do like tongue up like this. I kind of have that for him, but he kind of looks like he's throwing the candy up. But I want him to be waving.
What if he was looking up to catch the candy in his mouth? But that's just more work, so we'll play with that later.
Absolutely. Here, you want to look up reference for me on the gecko?
I would love to.
On the gecko, on the phone. We'll look up reference on geckos. Oh, so funny.
I'll just be looking down for a second, Chad. I'm going to look up some reference here for Anna.
Chad. Hello, you guys. Oh, man. Okay, so we've got 80s going on here. We've got Moody Pig. What was he dressed as? Oh, it was a doctor. He's a doctor.
Here's some geckos.
By the way, if you're just joining, thank you. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so if you're just joining, by the way, I did a page yesterday that is a coloring book page for Adobe Create. So you can download this next week and color it in and tag me on social medias. But this is our beginning of all these costumes and everything. So I'm kind of recreating them here. So we've got Yarnball the cat, we've got the shy Harry Potter themed hedgehog, which is Felix. One of our viewers yesterday said their hedgehog's name was Felix. Then we've got our Corgi Mochi, we've got a lizard now, leopard gecko.
We'll have to name it in the chat.
Oh yeah, name our leopard gecko.
Yep.
Oh, we had so much fun naming our leopard geckos. Oof. And then we've got Dr. Pig, and we've got our cockatiel. So... if you have any strong feelings about any of this, I want to hear your opinions. And we're going to integrate some of these names on the candies. Actually, let's get into that. I'm going to make a slightly bigger version of this now. Whoop. So I'm just duplicating this layer, sizing it up, so that we can kind of pay attention to the ratio now. We want all this to fit pretty well on our screen. So right here you can see the tail of the gecko is leading off, and the, here, let's turn this off. The candy barrel thing of the hedgehog is leading off. So I might just center these guys a little bit more. So lasso tool to the rescue. Boom.
Olivia's saying, these look awesome.
Yay, thank you.
And if you want to check out any other pages from this series of the coloring book illustrations, you can over at, I believe it was Create Magazine's website.
Absolutely. They're all up there. They have fantastic artists all doing this. Earlier, I don't know if Shauna's still in the chat, but earlier we had Shauna Parmesan in the chat. She did a page that was in the gratitude section. They're all themed, and the theme of this one is treats. So we've been having a lot of fun with candy and animals, giving those animal companions some candy. Not actual candy, but like treats for them. A small bit of salami for the cats.
Treats.
Pun treats.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. We've got this. We've got a lot of extra space on the bottom and the top, so I'm thinking we could fill that with even more candy.
More candy?
More candy. This is where we're going to get...
How much candy is too much candy?
Don't ask me. I'm going to say as much as you want. Darling.
Anna did tell me a great story of when she was younger. Every Halloween when she collects candy, she would sell that candy to different members of her household.
Yes. I would set it up. We had a piano bench, and basically it would become my sales table. So I would separate out all the candy, categorize it, obviously, and then I would sell it to people, and I would give them the pennies to give to me, because the fun part was selling it, not necessarily like earning any money. And I always loved giving people candy that they loved. Like, they said that it was their favorite. Of course, my dad said always that his favorites were the ones with nuts. And he later told me everything that I've ever eaten with nuts in it was just because you kids didn't like nuts. And so I wanted it all to myself. I would say there's nuts in it. Like the ice cream. He would always get black walnut ice cream. And we were like, we want ice cream. And he'd say, but there are nuts in it. And we'd be like, darn it. So there's a trick for you parents out there.
Find out something that your child does not like, and if you want to see
exploit it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's all about manipulation when sugar's involved. Clearly. I'm just gonna make up like fun shapes for the candy, not necessarily staying true, because if we stayed true to what candies look like, it's just gonna be a bunch of squares.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna make up some like wrapper shapes. And the fun part of doing pattern-based illustrations like this is it's all about shape and flow. So you're kind of creating this like fun pattern with the eye and making sure that it flows nicely. It feels good when you look at it. So that's really the test, is like look at it from afar, have this navigator window open, all that jazz, to really get a sense of, is it flowing well? Does it visually entice the viewer? That's kind of the idea here. That's why I'm tilting these.
Also says that she did something similar when she was younger with her brother.
Excellent.
A candy bargaining trade. I mean, that's the way to do it, really.
Candy bargaining. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this layer and then delete his head so that we have the old head, and I'm just going to try out a new head. Just try on a new head. It's fine. It's what you wish you could do when you're sick.
Anthony, we do all scream ice cream.
Ice cream, use cream.
We have a little less ice cream than we did yesterday, but...
Oh, don't bring that up. I'm so sad. We didn't tell them the story.
I think we did.
No, I don't think we did.
Yesterday, a bowl of ice cream just fell out of the freezer while we were eating breakfast. For no reason.
We weren't eating ice cream for breakfast, by the way.
It was just the bowl, I guess, fell against the door of the freezer, opened the freezer, fell out of the freezer, and shattered all over the ground. And we lost ice cream.
It was so sad.
I
was like, it's still good. We can rinse it off, like the whole top layer. And he's like, if we bite on glass,
yeah,
it is not worth it.
Shattered glass and ice
because
cream.
It was very thoroughly shattered,
yeah.
like very, very thoroughly. Ugh. But yeah, that was a sad, sad time. And of course, it was right before the stream. So sorry if the green screen was slightly off yesterday. It was because we had that and a broken light bulb right before the stream. It was very fun.
Knocked the light over and broke it. That was fun too. But hey,
so sad.
Today's going great.
Absolutely. We've got the green screen in check. Thank goodness. I hope you guys are enjoying being with us on day 2 here. And we're just so grateful to be here in any context. So really, it's not that bad. Yes, we lost some ice cream, but in the greater scheme of things, we have more ice cream, so it's okay.
There's always more. We can always make more ice cream. And actually, in just a couple minutes, we'll be doing the Creative Challenge reviews.
I have to hurry up.
We'll give you as much time as you need.
Oh, I can be here for 10 hours? Okay.
Yeah, Adobe will allow you to
it's fine.
stream all day.
Fine. Totally fine.
Just like yesterday, she'll get it to a point where she feels pretty good about the direction it's headed, and then you'll get to see the final result posted on her social medias.
And next week you can be able to download it from Adobe Create. So if you haven't heard that a million times yet, I want you guys to download these so that you can paint them, because that's like the most fun of this entire thing, is to see what you guys make of it. Because I'm doing the design portion, but you get to do all the color, that juicy color.
Bust out those crayons.
Is the hedgehog going to be purple? Maybe.
It can be whatever color you want it to be.
Is Yarn Ball going to have rainbow yarn? I hope so.
Yeah, use every crayon in the box.
I am also going to be coloring a version of this, so you'll get to see what my interpretation of it is.
Oh, thank you, Wade, for posting where to register for the Creative Challenge.
Absolutely.
And actually,
I can't wait to see
11, so once you feel like you're in a good spot, we can head
over
and start looking at this.
Okay, yeah, let's check them out. All right, so we just need to get the current challenge tab up, and we will see all of your lovely work. And it's going to go from most recent to least recent. I already see so much gold. I'm so excited. Oh, yes. All right, I can size it up. If my stylus will work. Okay, let's just... Oh, apparently it just decided to stop working.
That's weird.
That is weird. Word. Okay, so we've got at the bottom here the most recent. Ooh. Oh, maybe it'll fit the window. Ah, there we go. That's nice. Oh my gosh. So check this out. Somebody turned their own photo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here. You can lean over. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, so their own photo of them. Ugh. I want you guys to see this really well. Okay, so we've got the own photo of them in gold. They gilded themselves. That is so cool. And look at that selection. Dang, that's clean. It's okay. So this challenge is to make yourself basically metal or gold. And I feel like through looking at multiples of these, I am like osmosising the process a little bit of what you're going through, which is so cool to see this. I don't see this often, so props to Jesus for making up this challenge. It is so cool.
Yeah, very unique.
Absolutely. Wow, this is a really successful one, I think. Like, it looks like a statue, which is really what we want.
It was a metal statue, and then they made it a gold metal statue.
Absolutely. Well, as
How
we know...
How do you think they did this in the Creative Challenge?
I don't know. I should have watched all of it, but we were setting up the stream.
Maybe remove the value, or remove all color, so it's just value, and then go back in with different...
I don't know, because look at all of the different values that they're getting. I think there's something special with this, something about it. Yeah, I think there were blend modes involved. And the thing that I'm thinking of is how they taught us to paint metals in school. Yeah. Do you remember that? Yep. Like, rendering different materials is such a challenging thing, especially if you're making a person into that material. It's so cool to see how this is happening, because a lot of this, what do you call it, specularity of metal is created by high contrast areas being together. Yeah. So black against white, you can very clearly see here, like, see on the nostril right there, that little like ring of light is surrounded by black, and then the black inside of it, that is very high contrast. So it makes it read as metal to the human eye, because that's the specularity that we associate with metal. So interesting.
Yeah, and let's shout out some of the names of the people who submitted too.
Absolutely. This one is Angie Babe. What a name. Okay, and then we've got Yves. How do you say that? I'm not sure. Yves Crozas. We're going to butcher some names, so sorry.
And if anyone is in the chat who submitted, shout out.
Absolutely. And we've got John, and we've got Linz. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. But we're going to keep looking through, and let us know if you have any feedback, of course. Gilded yarn. Ooh. That is such a cool challenge, to make yarn look gilded. So cool. Really good exercise. I love the little tick marks of the yarn. It really makes it read as yarn. I think with this one we could go a little deeper in the shadows, like maybe have some occlumency, where it goes even darker in the areas where it overlaps, just to make it read as a more 3D form. Like right now it already looks really good, but we can have it go a little bit deeper in the shadows.
Yeah. The deepest shadows are always where two forms meet.
Yeah, that's occlumency, where it right? Occlumency? Is that from Harry Potter? Occlusion. There we go. That's occlusion. Sorry, I am
She's been listening to the Harry Potter audiobook.
I'm on book 5.
Yeah.
Woo! I like this banana. Totally not the challenge, but I love it. Oh, yeah, that is so cool. What a challenge. Dang. That looks so cool. It's just got that, like, rose gold.
Rose gold. Hot dang.
It's a pun. I love it. I feel like you got the very complex folds of a rose petal in the metal. That is so cool.
One other interesting thing a lot of times, because usually there's a sky plane above, all of the top-facing planes will be getting more of a cool lighting, and all of the bottom-facing planes will be getting bounce light from whatever surface is under them.
That is a good call. So you could add some kind of like a soft light or a multiply layer, something that gives you a slight color, and maybe like mid-opacity, and then give those, like paint on some light and cool depending on what what direction the plane is facing. There you go.
So cooler colors like blues on the top, warmer colors like oranges, maybe even some like warm greens if there's grass below. If you want to imagine there's grass below.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about what you have in mind.
Whatever you want it to be. There are no rules except for all the rules.
There are rules and then you break them.
Yep.
Look at this kid. And this was Emmer.
Yeah, great job.
Love it. Great job, Emmer. And then we've got Matt Faber.
Wow, you read that so well.
Oh, did I? Matt Faber's with I read it so well.
It was good.
And we've got a kid, and for some reason, having multiple of the kid looks like they're dancing to me.
It does,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a dance troupe.
That's what Kendall wanted, a dance stream.
Exactly. Okay, that'll be next time. Kendall's making fun of me for confusing Harry Potter with real life, and that is valid. I'm embarrassed.
Harry Potter is life, Kendall.
Either you're guarding your mind from occlumency, legilimens. Which one's
protection is occlumency.
So you're protecting your mind from outside forces, or you're adding shadows. Very close. I mean, one or the other. Can you tell the difference? Not at all. Anyway, so we've got Gerald, the dancing kid. That's what I'm naming him. So cute, and I absolutely love that you've done multiple passes of different colors, because not only is that fulfilling the challenge, but also pushing you the extra level to say, what do you want this to look like? What reads the best, basically? I think a little bit more, like specularity in certain key points would be really fun. Right now, the face looks very much inverted lighting kind of thing, where it's like underneath the nose is getting a lot of light, that kind of thing. Probably, but I think that it makes it feel a little bit too apparent that it's a technique. So I might work on the face a little bit more, just to make sure that it reads as like face, not just inverted face. Does that make sense? Maybe some like extra little added specks of specularity, which means just a really hot highlight on like the tops of the cheek or the forehead or something like that, to make it feel, or the nose even, because it pops out the most, to make it feel like it's got that, first of all, specularity, and second of all, it's contrasting the lighting that it looks like it has right now. It's adding like another layer of lighting almost, and contrasts this so that you don't feel so much like it's just an inversion.
I do think the area with the hands, it worked pretty successfully, though.
The hands look amazing, I have to say. And I think that the glow kind of factor on the pants looks really, really cool, too. It's just the face that I want a little bit more on. And
also another little trick for any image you're working on is guiding the eye to the focal point with your contrast. The jeans right now are...
True.
They have the largest surface area of the brightest bright, and they still have some of the darkest darks. So it actually pulls your eyes a bit more than you probably want it to. If you want to lead the viewer up to the face, then you could, in an adjustment layer over that and a mask, adjust the contrast.
True, yeah, good call.
Just paint out some of that contrast that's happening on the jeans.
Adjustment layers are your friend. All right, let's move forward and look at this golden tiger. Oh, ooh. MX, MNX. This is so cool. Very interesting that it still feels like stripes. Like you can still kind of feel that tigeriness.
It works really well on the front, though.
It does. And also, I kind of like how small it is in the composition, because when you see something that has like a selection edge or something, sometimes it can look a little bit aliased and stuff like that. Like, it's very easy to have rough edges on something where you're selecting it out. And just by making it a little bit smaller and giving it context where you have like golden text and everything, it makes it look so much more finished so quickly. And you don't have to finagle with edges or anything like that. So I really think that you did a lot of good calls in this piece. Also, the color choices, because this gold with this red really reads well.
Yeah, it reads as sophisticated luxury.
Definitely.
What do you think the Golden Tiger would be? Is it a luxury brand? Is it a hotel? A casino?
Yeah, what would this be a logo for?
What do you want it to be?
I almost feel like it's an award show. Like, the golden text makes me think Golden Globes or Oscar party or something. Like, if I got a golden tiger statue, I would like that a lot better than the little human that they have for the Oscars. So make a golden tiger. There you go.
Yeah. Wade says the word of the day is occlusion. Also, specularity.
You guys, roast me, please. It's so good. One thing I would do is give a ground plane underneath the tiger, by the way. Just like a thin little dark area, maybe like an oval that's feathered out, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be very big. It's just enough to give it a little place to rest.
That's a good idea.
Thank you. Ooh, yeah, Sam Peterson got in on the challenge, and it looks good. Dang. So this is a really successful rendition, especially on this leg that's kicked up. That is, like, right here. I feel like you got the flow of muscles, and that makes it feel very sculptural. And that hair, like the shorts.
I mean, it might just be that I'm looking at a screen over there, but I feel like it's a little warmer at the bottom, and then a little whiter light at the top, which, yeah, that has that effect of cooler top, warmer bottom.
Oh, something that I totally forgot to mention with all of these, one of the really good things that I learned from painting objects for video games, we both had that job for quite a while.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you were painting gold, one of the biggest things that, about the shadows? Adding saturation to make sure that the shadows just don't go to only black.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that I think will pop all of these out of, like they're all really solid for sure, but they'll just go to that next level, is if you give that shadow a lot of saturation and play with that. See how much saturation looks right to you. This, of course, is from my standpoint of a very cutesy, colorful video game kind of aesthetic that I used to paint in, but you can keep a lot of contrast and still keep that saturation up, and it just takes it to a different place. So play around with that if you want to. But Sam Peterson, excellent job. Round of applause.
They're even leading you to the focal point with the contrast. And they have the shadow you just mentioned. Sam, you're doing everything. And well, also, Wade says, fun fact, it's actually Sam Peterson. But then they also say maybe.
Absolutely. Just real Sam Peterson. Yeah, it's Sam Peterson art, which if you guys don't follow Sam Peterson, amazing artist, you have to go follow. Such good art, and also streaming regularly. So go check out Sam's streams. Mustafa has the legend. Oh yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. So this is like an homage to a soccer player, I believe. Yeah. I know soccer things. And look at this. So epic. I love it. I think that the simplicity of the wrinkles on the shorts and everything, it's all working in your favor really well. Especially with the central figure. One thing that I would say is to make these pop out from each other. Maybe doing some kind of shadow behind the central character, something like that. Because when you first see this, especially from afar, it looks like a lot of gold things happening, but it doesn't necessarily stand out as like three separate figures.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Usually a trick for that is to either choose the edge that two figures are together to have the figure behind be darker, and you have a lighter edge on the foreground figure, or you flip that. And it's just dark against light, light against dark is a little trick for getting things to stand out.
Good tricky. Also, the point I was just making about saturating the golds, you can see in the shoe and the ball right here, where that gold, and look at how dark that is, but it's still so saturated. Yep. So instead of going to black, try going to that saturated gold area, oranges, reds, things like that. And you can see how much depth and color it brings to the piece and makes it feel like it's dripping in gold.
Yeah, it's rich gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do one more of these, and then you can...
One more. Let's get Oh, yeah, Jenny. I want to look at all of them really quickly.
Yes,
I want to see them all. Oh, they're so cool. Okay, let's look at Jenny's. Today's DCC, we've got more kids. They're so cute. Oh, I love it. Oh, and their shirts. Oh, peanut butter and jelly. That's so cute. Oh, okay. So this looks really cool. It's kind of trippy. You've got some like of the lines in there that make it feel almost psychedelic.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Definitely. But you've got a lot of saturation, which kudos, I say. Your whites get a little hot, so I might turn them down to, like we were saying, kind of emphasize the focal point so you can have the hottest whites. Hot just means like blown out, like it's very intense. So the hottest whites can be up on those faces, and then as you go down, they get a little bit less intense. And the eyes also, I might go for darker just because right now they're reading as like rings, and it's a little, I don't know, hypnotic. If you want to go with hypnotic, totally do that. But I love having the gilded kids. It's so fun. And then it's a little bit of background. Like if we just add a little bit of a drop shadow underneath them and have something going on back there, as you've seen with the other ones, it can be very simple. Like our Golden Tiger is a great example of that, where it's just a vignette.
Nice little vignette.
Definitely works well. Just love those dancing kids. All right, so we've got so many great pieces. Please check out the rest of these daily creative challenges on the Discord because I really want you guys to see each other's works as well. Oh, we've got Darth Vader. That's so cute. Oh, a banana.
The banana.
The golden banana.
The ultimate banana. Abu could not resist.
Oh, and then using it on lettering too. See, all these techniques can be used in so many different ways. So we've got so many great challenges, so many great submissions. Thank you guys so much for contributing. Oh, we've got some new ones too. Just real quick, want to show these off. Oh my gosh, you guys, they're so cool. Golden Crow. I think that really action-y poses work especially well with this technique. It looks really cool.
Good job, AD.
Absolutely. And Keith.
Getting your
Keith
first
A, not Keith
challenge
B.
done.
Come on, you can do it. And then we've got a diver from Snow. So cool. And a revisit of a past challenge. So cool. Oh, I love seeing past challenges come in as well. I think there is a specific tab for that, but also just getting your work out there in any way. Kudos to you. Good job.
All right. So,
all right. We've got a few more minutes.
Yep.
So let's do as much as we can on these guys. Yeah. They're cute. They're sassy. They're having fun and lassie. All right, I'm going to add some of the, if I can find the notes. Of course, my layers are abysmal right now. Okay, so let's pick out 4 of our favorites other than Toblerone, because we've got that at the top.
What would have some fun shapes in them?
We're just going to put names. Well, actually, the Orky Peppermint Patty has a fun shape. Let's put that up here. It's circle, right? The peppermint patties?
I think it's a circle, and then they have that like wedged off edge, kind of like it's
that.
A circle and a square almost, I'd say. Right?
Eh?
Well, no, actually, I think you're right. They're just a circle wrapped in foil.
I think. But we can just have like the little, feathered foil.
Never able to enjoy the York mints.
No, why not?
I'm one of the odd people who, when I have a York mint, it immediately gives me a headache, and I don't know why.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Yeah, so I've never been able to enjoy them.
Peppermint patty. I'll write these out nicely when I do it for reals.
Yeah. Anthony Jackson says, let's end with hand stretches.
Oh, okay. You guys ready for hand stretches? Let's do this. So, first off, put your hands out in front of you, straight arms, and then curl your fingers like a monkey paw, like that. And then you go down and monkey paw your fingers in. Are you doing them with me? Come on.
Just don't want to block the microphone.
Too bad. All right, and then we do palms out.
Aha.
And just push it as far as is comfortable for you. Please don't push your hands further than you need to. Yeah. It's not an exercise. It's not about how far you can get. It's just doing them regularly. And then push towards yourself and monkey paw. And then you do that a few times. So we go out, down, palm out.
And usually don't you hold forward. It for a few seconds too? Yeah, you can hold them each for like 5 seconds and then do like a set of 10. Yeah. And then you shake your hands out, make sure they're loosey-goosey, and just do that
as many times as you can during the day. Make breaks for yourself so that you remember to do it, and hopefully you can feel like, oh wow, there's something there, like I stretched. And that is really good for you to do regularly. We learned that from Olivia Wen, amazing artist. Yep. She does a bunch of Google Doodles. If you haven't seen the Halloween cat game, tell them about that.
So Google's been posting links to their archive of games, and I went through one of those evenings and I just played through a bunch of their games. It was really fun, especially the cat game, where you're a wizard and you're fighting off ghosts by drawing spells onto the screen.
Yes.
That was from, I think, 2017 or 2018, that Google Doodle game.
Yeah, it was from a while ago, but Olivia Wen has been doing stuff for Google for a long time, and she's also just got, like, if you like my work, if you like anything cute, like, or kid kind of based, then you will love her work. It's so, so adorable. So look her up, Olivia Wen. When, like, who, what, when, why, how, when. I think, yeah, that's her name. I think that's how it's spelled, at least on social medias. All right, this is going to be Reese's Pup, because I was like...
Reese's Pup.
I put it on... Ooh, that's an S.
You could also do it not in the package, because the Reese's comes in that fun little paper tray.
It's true, but then writing on the cup.
That's true, you can't write on the cup.
That's the only thing.
But I think if you just choose a few to have the name written on, and the other ones can just be candy shapes.
Exactly. These guys are the big ones, so they're going to get the names.
Okay.
And that's kind of filling this space on the bottom and the top. We can put this one down here as well, because we don't want to just have a random worded one.
You'll get the placement and stuff later. It's fine.
I struggled, and then I prevailed. Boom, guys. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Got it. Okay, and then with this one, I'm going to do Mr. Good Dog Bar.
That'll be tough to fit in there.
Good Dog Bar. This is all placeholder text. I'll write it in nicely when I do the final line work. Yeah. But you guys can see where I'm going with this. It's got all their little expressions. This one's going to be probably like goading this little hedgehog on, saying like, hey, come on, we could do it. One more house. Like that. Kitty cat. Oh, and he's got a little hair fluff, so we're going to add that. Yarn ball.
Also, it is 11:21, so how about we talk about what you've done today and what your plans are for the rest of this piece.
Okay, so what we have done today is we've made this gaggle of kids. Here we go. This was the original. This guy was a pirate. So real quick, I just want to put like striped shirt on him. He's got the little like eye patch on the other side. Anyway, so this guy's a doctor. This guy here, he's gonna have like a doctor's coat. He's a little 80s lizard. We've got all of our friends from before. I'm going to do the final line work today, so I will post that later today. And then next week, you can download these pages for yourself to color next week.
From Create Magazine.
Create Magazine. Yeah. So yay! We love Create, and we love looking through their other pages as well. There have been different themes every week, and everybody's got a different take on the theme. So I'm so excited to see what the other artists have done with the word treat, and just see how they interpreted it. So for us, we interpreted it as Halloween, feeding our furry friends. Now we've got a lizard friend as well, so all of our companion animals. Yeah. And just concentrating on puns and good times, basically.
And speaking of puns, we've got one more from Shauna that people are calling out in the
really?
chat. The Mr. Good Boy.
Mr. Good Boy! Oh gosh, is that better than Mr. Good Dog Bar?
I think it is.
Mr. Good Boy?
It's an abbreviation of the Good Dog Bar.
Mr.
I will give you 10,000 pun points.
Wow, so who wins?
Everyone wins.
Wow.
That's how the game works.
Cop out. Okay, I understand. Mr. Good Boy.
Aww.
So cute. Ruff, ruff. And then I'm going to definitely add a border to this one as well. Maybe the same one. Let's see if it fits nicely. That'll be a nice little last thing to do.
It's possible.
It's possible.
And in just a couple of minutes, we'll be moving on to the next live stream. That is
Hockrattle.
Andrew Hockrattle with the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. So stick around after our stream for that. There's a whole schedule afterwards of super fun shows.
Absolutely.
Especially, I think Alice Lee dropped into our chat earlier as well, and she's doing the doodle therapy.
Oh, doodle therapy is so fun. It's such a good idea. So yeah, I'm gonna fit these guys into this little border, and we're gonna have more treats.
Love it.
Yay! All right, so Andrea Hawk's in the chat. Hi, Andrea. Love you both on a live stream today. Aw, thank you so much.
Shauna says, "Yay, points."
Yeah, that's right. All the points for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been super fun. Thank you for having us over the last 2 days. And anything else you want to say for your first time on Adobe Live?
Oh man, everyone treat yourself today.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
That'll be our next one. Yeah, exactly. Parks and Rec forever.
Yeah.
It's so good. But we've loved being here with you guys, so thank you so much. All right. Excellent. Have a great day, and we love you all. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.